This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, police release the names of all 3 people killed in a tragic helicopter crash and say nothing suggests foul play. Bold proposals are being suggested in a brand new master plan for Cromwell. And Queenstown's highly anticipated Kmart store has finally opened its doors. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Holly Buchanan. Police have released the names of all 3 people killed in a tragic helicopter crash near Wanaka Airport and say there's nothing to suggest foul play was involved. Police revealed the name of the 3rd crash victim as Doc Animal Threats Biodiversity Ranger Scott Theobald of Twizel. This comes after it was earlier revealed pilot Nick Wallace and experienced ranger Paul Honderlink were the other 2 killed.
Specialist crash investigators at the site of yesterday's helicopter tragedy. A base has been set up several hundred metres from the wreckage, and what appears to be the tail section of the chopper is more than 100 metres away. A large cordon marked by white tape surrounds the remains of the leased Hughes 500 helicopter. All 3 occupants died when it came down about 1,500 metres from the airport yesterday. Police earlier today releasing the names of those killed.
While formal identification processes are still to be complete, we believe the deceased to be Nick Wallace of Wanaka, Paul Honderlink of Twizel and Scott Theobald of Twizel.
It's understood the helicopter was brought in specially by Wallace's Alpine Helicopters Company for the TAR Cull contract. There have been suggestions the incident had something to do with retaliation for the cull.
There is nothing to suggest at this stage that machine has been the subject of foul play.
The crash comes less than 3 months after Nick Wallace's brother and fellow pilot Matthew was killed in a helicopter crash. The latest tragedy has left the community reeling.
It's huge. I think it will be felt very deeply within the Department of Conservation, deeply within the alpine and aviation community here, not only in Wanaka but further afield, and then of course across the community here in Wanaka.
He says their priority now is to get the remains of the deceased back to their families. In Wanaka, The South Today.
And police say a search of an alleged Oamaru mongrel mob pad yesterday turned up drug paraphernalia and ammunition, but no arrests were made. A search warrant executed at a Parsons Road address targeting an alleged methamphetamine supply operation led to a subsequent search of a boat in Oamaru Harbour. There were no other property searches in relation to the suspected meth operation, and police say inquiries are continuing. Armed Offender Squad members led the raid of the former milk treatment station. Detective Sergeant Hannah Booth told the Otago Daily Times methamphetamine is definitely more readily available than cannabis in Oamaru. Some bold proposals are being suggested in a master plan for Cromwell as the town prepares to nearly double its population in the next 30 years. The new plan could see Central Otago's town centre and mall transformed with 4-storey developments and buildings which are both retail and residential.
A town without a heart. Despite recent upgrades to Cromwell's open-air mall, the town centre isn't attracting as many people as planners would like. It's the major issue raised in the newly released Cromwell Master Plan Options document. Cromwell Community Board Chairman Neil Gillespie says the new planning options are in response to the growth the area has seen in recent years.
It's really come about by the growth that we've seen over the last, more than probably 5 years. Cromwell's grown hugely and we've been lucky we've been able to absorb that growth. We've had the infrastructure to handle it, we've upgraded the infrastructure as well. But you've got to look forward and we just came to the view that it was time now to say, well, where are we going in the next 10, 20, 30 years?
While one option is to develop Cromwell's outlying areas such as Lowburn, Bannockburn and Terrace, a decision needs to be made with what could be done with Cromwell's town centre.
And then we've looked closely at saying, well, what happens to our town centre? Where is our town centre? What does that look like going forward? And how should we plan for that? Are there some changes we should make? Should we build on the work that's been done previously?
They're hoping for the public to get involved in the decision-making process for the town's future.
You know, we've had some fantastic feedback to get us to where we are today, and now going forward, we've now got to actually build on that, and people hopefully will take a chance to get involved and look closely at what's being proposed or being put out there for people to give some feedback on.
More community consultation will be done on the shortlisted options, and it's hoped the final master plan will be adopted by the Cromwell Community Board mid next year. In Cromwell, for the South Today.
A man was arrested last night after an alleged attempted drive-by shooting of a St Kilda cat. Police converged on the Dunedin suburb around 9 o'clock following reports of gunfire near the Dunedin Ice Stadium in Victoria Road. Police say a person had allegedly taken aim from the window of their car at a passing cat before opening fire. After a brief search of the area, police found and arrested the suspected shooter. They also seized a weapon believed to be an air rifle or BB gun. Queenstown's highly anticipated Kmart store has finally opened its doors to customers after weeks of delays and building blunders. Hundreds of bargain hunters were on site to get their fix after a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
Finally open for business. Queenstown's new Kmart store welcoming a surge of shoppers after construction delays put the opening back by 2 weeks.
The reaction in Queenstown has been fantastic with huge social media interest. We've had a great crowd here this morning and the customer reaction so far has been tremendous.
The store is part of a $100 million first stage of the Queenstown Central Retail Complex on the Frankton Flats. The complex will include around 45 tenants. First-time customer Nina Smith filled her trolley with goods for children at the childcare centre where she works.
I'm really impressed with Kmart's wooden toys. They've got a huge range of stock and really real beautifully made, and yeah, I think great educational resources.
Pickard says he's proud to launch the new store and he's delighted with the reaction from Queenstown locals.
Yeah, I can sense a huge amount of excitement here. The customers are loving the look of the store so far. It's quite different to what Queenstown had available from retail experience in the past.
A formal opening celebration with activities and giveaways is set to take place at the store next Friday. In Queenstown, the South Today.
And still to come on the South Today, we check into a cheese academy and we see what a 14-tonne ship's engine looks like up close.
It's that time of year. It's time to get into the garden and it's time to get your weed eater. Down here at the Power Garden Department at Andersons Bay Road, this year it's all about the cordless weed eater. Come down and see us at Mighty 10 Mega and we'll help you get it done right.
The Dunedin Art Show, 2nd to the 4th of November at the Edgar Centre. There's art for everyone at the Dunedin Art Show. Browse thousands of works from artists all over New Zealand. Join the biggest art show Dunedin has ever seen. Purchase your tickets online now, 2 for the price of 1, at dunedinartshow.co.nz, or buy a ticket at the door. $10 entry, under 10's free. Don't miss the Dunedin Art Show, where there's art for everyone.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Electrify NZ Dunedin sell quality European designed e-bikes with reliable componentry so that you too can wear the e-bike grin. Call in for your complimentary test ride today or book online. Find us at 249 Cumberland Street, phone 021 035 9820.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
It's always really satisfying when a customer comes back after doing a purchase of outdoor furniture and knowing that we've got it done right.
Spring is here and it's time to get in the garden. Ready Lawn will take care of your lawn needs, making lawn care a snap. They will install the perfect lawn while you plant your favourite flowers and vegetables. Call Ready Lawn today so you can enjoy the coming season.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Welcome back. Otago Volts batsmen Nathan Smith and Michael Rippon have served up a contender for worst run-out of the week, almost a competitive field. Yesterday, Pakistan produced a brain fade on their third day of their second test against Australia when Azhar Ali thought he'd scored a boundary but was run out while making small talk with his partner in the middle of the wicket. This morning, the Volts produced a howler in their round 2 Plunket Shield match against the Wellington Firebirds. In the Volts' first innings at the Basin Reserve, Michael Rippon clipped a ball off his pads down towards square leg. But as he turned for the second run, he slipped twice. Compounding matters, his partner Smith made it halfway down the pitch before realising Rippon wasn't coming back, then slipped himself, falling flat on his back. Smith was dismissed for arguably the most embarrassing duck of his career. Oamaru cheesemaker Whitestone Cheese is joining forces with Otago Polytechnic to create an online training academy for hospitality workers and cheese enthusiasts. The Whitestone Cheese Academy is a 3-module course that will go online early next year.
If you're looking for culinary credentials to add to your CV, then Rata Restaurant in Queenstown's a pretty good place to start. That's exactly where Whitestone Cheese Chief Executive Simon Berry and Otago Polytechnic cookery lecturer Chris Smith were this week. They're filming a video for a new online training academy for hospitality workers and cheese enthusiasts.
And it's an online training academy that upskills understanding of cheese, both in hospitality and into consumers.
The Afanura Academy is a 3-module course that's set to go online early next year. It'll incorporate the Polytechnic's EduBits program, a way for people to upskill or gain credentials for knowledge they've already acquired. In the case of cheese, EduBits will show an employer someone's acquired Afanura skills and knowledge.
So whether you're a chef in industry who already knows their thing or two about cheese, you can come in, do our EduBit, get the credential, or you can have one of our micro learning experiences, which is what the Afanura Academy is really about.
Although Afanura refers to a person who oversees the maturing of cheese, the course covers a broader scope of knowledge, including the history of cheese and wine matching. Rata co-owner and celebrity chef Josh Emmett was on hand to show prospective students how to build the ultimate cheese platter.
Yeah, the video that we're shooting today is building and combining a broad flavour profiles of 4 cheeses and presenting them in a nice platter setting.
The Academy is set to be formally launched at the Great Kiwi Home and Living Show in Dunedin next month. In Queenstown, the South Today.
A monster ship engine is to be set running at a vintage machinery crank-up event in Canterbury next month. The 14-tonne behemoth is the pride and joy of Geraldine octogenarian Alan Everest, who has an intimate knowledge of its working parts.
Retired diesel engineer Alan Everest started working on motors when he was 13 years old, and now as he approaches the ripe old age of 80, he wants one more challenge.
I've been thinking for some time I wanted a big engine to play with. And if I leave it much longer, I'll be too old and all. Things will be gone.
He put in a bid for the engine and won. The 14-tonne monster generates 800 horsepower, and Everest has a working knowledge of its service history.
The Rangatira went from Timaru to the Chatham Islands, and sometimes I went to Napier and back. But the engine was never cold. For the 16 years I was on the Chatham Island service, the engine was never cold.
Before plying the Chatham's route, the ship carted beer around Europe and dangerous goods all around the world. It's sitting on blocks at the moment, but a steel frame is being made for it, and the engine should be running for the museum's crank-up day next month.
Next weekend we'll have a wee test, but I really want the thing to go on our crank-up day on the first Saturday in November. And I really want it for that. So.
Alan Everest says the idea is to take the engine to other machinery displays around the country. In Ashburton, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, eco-friendly housing on a frugal budget. And a new distillery is producing high-class gin on the West Coast.
Hello, it's Jeremy down here at Mighty 10 Mega in Andersons Bay. We've got 35 different lawnmowers down in our power garden department. We've got ride-on mowers, petrol mowers, battery-operated mowers, push mowers. Did you know we've even got a robot, a little robot lawnmower that pops out during the day when you're at work or play. It'll pop out and mow your lawn. So come down and see me, Jeremy, down in the power garden department at Mighty 10 Mega in Andersons Bay Road, where we'll help you get it done right first time.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
You're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer. You owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
For more than 50 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing quality lawn mowers and outdoor power equipment. Bring your mower, chainsaw, garden equipment in for repair or service and you go in the draw to win a Husqvarna petrol line trimmer. See you in store soon.
Helping New Zealanders to do more.
Talk to MTF today.
I just like it. It's something that you can see the fruits of your own labour. You put it right now, you don't have as much to do at Christmas. But you come see me, Derek, in the garden department, and then we get it done right.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. Living in an eco-friendly house doesn't necessarily mean spending thousands on double glazing and mechanical ventilation systems, as one Dunedin couple have proven. Ian Melvin and Helga Dietrich's Waititi home exemplifies how to be eco-friendly on a frugal budget.
A piece of paradise with a low environmental footprint. This Waititi home was quite run down when Ian Melvin met his future wife in 1984.
Because Ian didn't really have that much money. He could do with very little a lot. He was a gardener and the garden already looked really, really nice. And with really nice things inside. Nothing expensive, but really nicely decorated.
One of their first renovation projects was to create a new wash house.
My plan for the wash house was sort of a roof with an old copper hot water heater in a tub, and she looked at it and went, no, that's not what I call a wash house.
Further renovations included improving the house's heating.
Using, blending in with the environment and efficiency, and, one of the things is, the original coal range that we converted to a wood burner, and we use that to cook on and to heat our water and to heat the house, and it's surrounded in a concrete box, which is also a heat sink.
The thermal mass of the concrete around the two fireplaces absorbs heat and slowly releases it after the fire is out. Grey water irrigates the garden, and even human waste is recycled.
The toilet is a dry toilet using sawdust. It's an outside toilet where we take the toilet waste and compost it in a three-stage system with our garden waste and our kitchen waste.
The couple say they are just two of many alternative lifestylers in the Waititi area. In Dunedin for the South Today.
The west coast town of Reefton has acquired a new tourist attraction in the form of a gin distillery. The Reefton Distilling Company features a tasting bar, retail store and guided tours of the working distillery, which has been set up in one of the town's historic buildings.
Finally open after a lot of hard work, the Reefton Distilling Company opening their doors to the public. Owner Patsy Bass says the distillery will provide new employment opportunities for the historic West Coast town.
It's fantastic. We've been waiting for this day for quite a while now. It was all about creating jobs for locals, for creating a tourist attraction in the town, and we couldn't be more thrilled with the result this morning.
And they say the local community has got behind the new distillery.
The support while we're building up was just amazing. The local community has been really, really supportive of us, and also people in the industry as well, giving us a hand when we've had questions to ask. They've been really, really supportive.
The first batches of gin have been produced in this small still, but there are plans for creating whisky on a larger scale.
Behind us here we've got our big copper pot still, George. His main focus will be producing our new make spirit for our whiskies, and also other spirits down the track, but primarily our whiskies. So at the moment we're not able to use George just because the building size is a little bit too small.
But first they're planning to add liqueurs in the mix and establish themselves on the tourist trail.
We've currently got our premium gin out. The ultra premium gin is just waiting to be bottled. That'll happen next week. And then we get on to our liqueurs. So getting that underway, getting the tours bedded in, and just waiting for the tourist season to really kick off here.
The Reefton Distilling Company's gins are infused with flavours gathered from local trees such as Horipito, Rimu and Douglas fir. In Reefton for the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Police have released the names of all 3 people killed in yesterday's helicopter crash near Wanaka Airport and say at this stage nothing suggests foul play. Some bold proposals are being suggested in a master plan for Cromwell as the town prepares to nearly double its population in the next 3 decades. And Queenstown's highly anticipated Kmart store has finally opened its doors to customers after weeks of delays and building blunders. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig.
Hi. Yeah, we've got more on the helicopter crash in Wanaka on Thursday. Tributes flowing today from obviously around the region, but also around New Zealand. 2 of the DOC staff named, and they're really well respected. Members of the DOC community, long serving, and yeah, tragedy all round.
It sure is. Yeah.
We've also got the brothers of the pilot, Nick Wallace, fronted a press conference today and talked about Nip, and of course they lost another brother, Matthew, only 3 months ago as well. So talking about the impact it's had on their family, but interesting enough, said it won't stop them flying. You know, it's in their blood, and they'll continue to do that. Tomorrow also marks our first of our Resilient magazines. It's the brainchild of features editor Tom McKinley. It's aimed at providing tips on sustainability to our readers. Yeah, it's sort of offering inspiration really on how to be a little more, I guess, green, if you like.
Right, okay.
Yeah, sustainability in our day-to-day lives, and everything from eco-friendly household cleaners to eco-homes. And
something for everyone.
There is, and Tom's put a lot of work into it, so there is definitely plenty to read and well worth a look. And on the sporting front, another big match for Otago Rugby this weekend in the National Championship semi-finals against Hawke's Bay. They're on a bit of a high after winning the Shield last weekend, so fingers crossed that it will all go well and we'll be in the final the following week.
A big bulletin for tomorrow for the ODT.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Molnap.
Tonight's southern view is of a contractor trimming topiary while tourists admire his work. Looking at the situation, a mild weekend ahead as norwesterly airflow slowly builds, bringing warmer air over the South Island, but some rain to the far south. A southwesterly change on Monday will be weak with only brief showers but cooler temperatures. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect showers and a high of 17 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson is slightly cloudy with a pleasant high of 21 and similar for Blenheim with a few degrees warmer at 24. And to Canterbury, a nice fine day for Kaikoura, 19 degrees. Christchurch also fine with 21, while those of you in Ashburton can expect a bit of cloud but still a pleasant high of 20. Looking at the southern towns, Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are in for moderate nor'westers with 18 degrees and a risk of showers. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes area, moderate nor'westers with highs of 22 in Wanaka, 21 in Alexandra and Queenstown and 16 in Te Anau. You may be in for some showers as well. Looking at the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru can expect moderate northerlies, high cloud with a high of 22 for Timaru and 21 in Oamaru. Clear skies inland with Omarama and Twizel in for some cloud and highs of 23 degrees. And in Dunedin, mostly cloudy tonight with an overnight low of 9. Fine with sunny periods and some cloud at times tomorrow with moderate nor'easters with mild temperatures and a high of 18 degrees. Warm on Sunday with moderate northerlies, sunny periods and high cloud and a high of 20 degrees. And in Invercargill, cloudy tonight with an overnight low of 10. Cloud tomorrow with scattered light showers at times and moderate nor'westers, a high of 16 and a low of 11. That cloud still hanging about on Sunday, northwesterlies freshening and rain developing late in the day, looking at a high of 16 degrees. And that's it from the team for this Friday. If you're travelling, stay safe on the roads and enjoy your Labour weekend. The South Today will be back on Tuesday. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.